Reader success. I have long wanted to learn Spanish, but now I live in a small town. There are no such teachers/schools. I don't want to move to the capital. I began to activate the braid and say that I speak Spanish in perfection, or imagined how I speak Spanish. I myself teach Chinese at home. In the end, after several days' work with the plate, first came across a convenient application for studying language. She began to learn herself. After I was approached by a girl who wanted to go to my classes. And what do you think? It turned out that she knows Spanish. In the end, we agreed that during the holidays she look through his Spanish books and then teach me in exchange for my Chinese lessons. Voila! This is just magic. In my small town in Tajikistan, find a Spanish teacher. This language is not popular with us. But when you use a plate, you don't need to look for him. He finds you himself. Thank you very much. I'll start small. As soon as I read in the book about the plate, I immediately started train and use her. From small achievements. In the coffee shop where I am, I go. After work, there is always a queue because everything after work run there to drink coffee. Using the plate, I forgot about the queue. Whenever I know one went there, almost always with few exceptions, there is no queue. One more serious achievement. I had a conversation with director of the salary increase. The conversation was scheduled for the date I have. There were a couple of days left. Without wasting time, I set the target frame with using the plate. Woke up, turned on the plate, set the frame. The result is that the director announces to me plus NTH amount to the salary. And what? You think it was so? It worked out. And the amount was the one I asked. Generally cool. Before Tufti's knowledge, I would wait and think if only. Third achievement. With the help of the plate, I went through 3 stages interviews in the top 100 international IT company. I could not have thought that my resume would be noticed among thousands of others, that even if they notice, they'll call me. It's great. My results. There are always no cues. Very good and cool change in appearance, glow inside by the light. I feel like a small child, to whom everyone turns attention and everyone likes me. A reality task with the plate. Progress in sports is surprising. He began to do what he did not know how to do before. Funds appear for whatever I want, be it a book or more. Healthy foods, etc. The task of reality, with the plate along with amalgam. It became much better to get enough sleep. Before going to bed, I ask reality and imagine how I sleep well. Energy has risen. Task of reality, with the return of strength past incarnations. The door, path, to the target opened. I kindled the spark of the creator in myself, and somehow unusually realized that I was right there. Conflicts resolve themselves. Here the task of reality also helps with a solid knowledge of that everything will be fine. With me, period, and plus SLR principles trying to understand people. People look at me with sympathy and enemies. Cautiously, when attention in the center. Fireflies. Tell me, please, is it possible to think that something is not with me? So, if I constantly return thoughts to the past and childhood, I think about future and death, nostalgic, although now. In my life, I have so much joys and so many moments and reasons for happiness. Are there things, people, opportunities that you only dreamed about? Yes, I notice them. Yes, I enjoy, but for some reason not for long. Very quickly I fall into sadness again, or pretense of indifference, because somewhere inside myself I'm afraid that if I'm going to have a lot of fun, something not very pleasant will happen, as if I control myself and my joy, the joy of life. Because of this, I can't fully enjoy the moment, often live in memories, sad about the past, because it can't be returned. But the future, the sunset of life, often scares. Losses are scary. What to do in order not to ruin oneself in the present and really happy? You need to reorient your intention To receive pleasure from every moment of life and love. I give a quote from the book Clive as an answer. Create yourself life-affirming, positive thought forms. Insert into your movie projector and shoot a new movie of your life. Create your own holiday. First, get in the habit of getting pleasure from all sorts of details in everything that surrounds you, and with what you encounter every minute you can find pleasure. For example, soft armchair, toy, pillow, donuts. Comfortable shoes, clothespins, switch, handcuffs. Reliable pliers, trolley buses, hangers, fences. Pleasant buttons on the keyboard, mouse wheel, gloves. Refreshing walk, shower, cocktail, spray from under the wheels. Tasty picnic, favorite cafe, candy cans in a tin box. Interesting metro announcements, billboards, faces of passers-by. Successful falling, coincidence, slight bruises, being late, parting. Funny toes, head waiters, horror movies, masks, riot police. Joyful events, stewardesses, demonstrators, returns from dentist. Why do not I see the attention of others around whom everyone writes about when I am in a state of presence? In general, there is no difference. Try not just walking in a state of presence, but also at the same time with the activated the plate or in the lotta state at the same time.